All right, guys. So this is my first test with the stream. We're going to be doing Ship of Arcania Randomizer, which I'm sure, as many of you know, if there is actually anybody watching this is my first time doing this. Is a PC port for Ocarina of Time. So let's get going. Okay, apparently it doesn't want to run. Give me just a second. All right, I'm going to be setting this up from scratch. So the first thing I want to do is I want to check to make sure that the audio is working. As I said, this is my first time doing this, so let me take a look. And I do have some mods enabled for better visual experience. There's mods, as you can see at the bottom. We've got the DigiPen's 3DS experience, and then I've got another one for the models themselves, which I'm not exactly sure where these mods come from, but if you search for them, you should be able to find them. And I do apologize to the creators of the mods for this, because again, this is my first time doing this. It's kind of spur of the moment. Checking now to see if the audio is working. Let me go ahead and just take these headphones off real quick so I can do that. Alright, audio seems to be working. Okay, so let's go ahead and set this up. First of all, I'm going to turn the volume on these headphones down a little bit. Okay, so as I'm sure many of you know what a randomizer is essentially where you set stuff up so that the items drop in a random order, and you can choose whether or not the game is still beatable with that being done. So for this one, I'm going to go ahead and open everything up. Normally, that's not how I play these, but this is not a normal playthrough. This is we're gonna go ahead and see if it makes a difference. I'm gonna also make the starting age random. We're gonna leave the carpenters as normal. We're gonna do Greg for the Rainbow Bridge. Greg basically is a green rupee that can be found in the game. It doesn't appear to be any different. It just seems like it's a joke. But in order to basically get the Rainbow Bridge to work, you have to find Greg, and he's usually hidden in one of the chests or dungeons or something. We're going to do random trials. We're not going to do Master Quest dungeons because I'm not really that familiar with Master Quest. We're not going to shuffle any entrances because that is just insanity and it makes things way too difficult. And I'm not really great at glitches. So that is going to be something that we're not going to be doing. So the next thing is items. We're going to have songs be anywhere, tokens be anything. We're going to shuffle the swords, the ocarinas, all that stuff is going to be shuffled. We're going to shuffle the shop prices, cows, magic beans, rupees, adult trade, the rewards. Dungeon rewards are also going to be shuffled. Everything. So everything's going to be as shuffled as it possibly can be, except playing the game and knowing where to go. That's not going to be shuffled. Gameplay, I'm going to do a few things to make things a little bit easier on myself. Just all stuff that's really not consequential to beating the game. Skipping child stealth. We've got the mask quest being complete, which is going to help out a lot because I have another setting enabled that allows for the bunny ears to work the way they do in Majora's Mask, where they make you faster. And then we have the Scarecrow song, which will be skipped. So basically, anytime you pull out an Ocarina, Pierre will be summoned, which makes things a little bit easier. But again, all the items are randomized, so I still have to find everything to be able to beat the dungeons, which is the exciting part. The item pool is going to be balanced, which essentially means that it's the original item pool. Ice traps, basically, those are going to be, you're going to see them every so often. It's not going to be too often, but it's not going to be like crazy either. Gossip stones, you're not going to need anything to be able to read the hints. The hints are going to be clear. They're going to be very strong distribution. And as you can see here, there's a bunch of extra hints that I have enabled. I've also got full wallets. I'm not going to enable any locations or any tricks or glitches because I'm not great with the glitches. I can do a few. And then starting inventory is going to be anything, and I am going to start off with consumables like nuts, things like that, just to make it a little bit easier to navigate right at the beginning. Still not going to be super easy because more than often I'm not going to start with any weapons. And we're going to go ahead and generate this right now. Okay. Okay, it has been generated. The next thing we're going to do is I'm going to go over all the cheats I use. The only one that I use is no Greedead Gibdo freeze. I just do this because that's really just a slowdown thing. So this is just to speed things up a little bit. I don't think I have anything else enabled. Oh yeah, I've got infinite opponent boost. Let's go ahead and turn that off. And then I've got some enhancements that I have on. I've got the preset set to randomizer gameplay. We've got a lot of improvements just to make things easier. We've got some fixes implemented here again just to make things easier. Restored stuff. And I've got autosave turned on. So that's going to make things easier too. And we'll be starting in just a second. Okay, so I'm going to be starting now. Switch to full screen. Let's disable that. Okay, I don't think I have my controller set up, so let's do that. For whatever reason, it doesn't look like it's configuring here. There it is. Okay, and it looks like everything's already auto-configured. Let me just double-check that. Why is it not letting me do that? I guess we'll find out. I think it is already set up because I was playing this the other day. Okay. I already have a file here. As you can see, we're not going to be touching that because that's my offline playthrough that I'm doing right now. As you can see at the top there's some random items. And as you can see, the textures are nice and crispy because I'm using a different version of the game. Or not mods, essentially. I have it set to automatically be named Link just to save time. And as you can see here, it looks like the only thing I'm starting with is a full wallet, obviously, because I enabled that to make things a little easier. Because rupee collecting really is just padding more than anything else. A 1 token, it looks like, and then sticks and a nut. And as you can see, the textures are just absolutely beautiful here. And this runs at 1080p, 60 frames per second. There will be a bit of slowdown in certain areas. I think that's probably just because of my PC. So the first thing you do in any randomizer is check this house here. Chests aren't going to be completely accurate because it is modded for the extra textures. Let's see what we get. Zelda's Lullaby right off the start. That's great. That's going to make things easier for certain dungeons. Okay, yeah, this is already too easy, I can tell. A rupee, which I don't really need, so that's not helpful. Gold Skulltula, so that gives me 2 tokens. Not really that helpful. I think another thing I have enabled is for the Skulltulas to be visible at all times, which is really just more of a time thing than anything else. So let's check that. Yes, I do. So let me go ahead and equip these sticks. And I've also got the D-pad for extra items, which is another enhancement that is tied to some of these versions. Just a heart piece, not a huge deal there. And I'm sure most people know with randomizers, the golden Skulltulas are normally supposed to drop the tokens, not anything else. So that is new to the randomizer. Okay. Okay, looks like it's coming around there. Okay, so it's a big chest, so it's probably going to be something good. Just a rupee that I can't use, so that's not great. Next thing I always do is I check the shop, because why not? And with everything being open, that's going to be one of the things that I do right off the bat is check shops. Okay. So he's got some tokens. He's got a tunic. Another tunic. So he's got some decent stuff in here. For now, I'll go ahead and just leave that. I'll come back for the tokens later. Don't think there's anything I can do in the Lost Woods just yet, because I don't have bombs. So I will go ahead and check just to be sure. Oh wait, no, I don't have shield either, so I can't. Oh wait, I have nuts. Okay, so I have Deku nuts. So I know there's a few, at least one scrub in the forest. So let's check that in this gossip stone here. Okay, so Dongo's Cavern is necessary to beat the game. Basically, that's what that means. And as you can see, because the mask quest is already completed, he's already had the mask on. I don't have access to the masks yet because I haven't done that part of the game. And so it hasn't triggered that in my inventory. Another thing I have enabled is for all the quest items to be selectable at once. Ooh, a scale for 5 rupees. Yes, that is very helpful. Okay, so I got the silver scale, so that's going to enable me to access a lot more places. Gerudo Valley is necessary, no surprise there. And actually, that is kind of surprising because Gerudo Valley doesn't have a lot in it, so there must be some important stuff there. Can't do anything there yet. Can't do anything here because I don't have bombs. I can get through there, but I'm not going to do it yet. I'm going to check everything else first. Nocturne of Shadow for 30 rupees. Yes, absolutely. So far, it's given me really good stuff right at the beginning. Token, not right now, no. Not until I know what the rewards are. Just a worthless hint from her, not anything I didn't already know. And anybody who's played these games didn't already know. Okay, so that's the woods. I don't think there's anything in there that I can get right now. So going there is pointless. So we're going to go ahead and go back. One thing with these randomizers that I like to do is I don't like to go into the dungeons unless I absolutely have to. So I can get as many items as I can. So right now I don't have to go to the dungeons yet because I just got the scale. And that's going to enable me to go more places, which I already would be able to because I already have the locations open. But doing it this way is a little bit more fun. Okay, so there's going to be, okay, there's a piece of heart over there. Not a big deal. Okay, so a heart container in the spirit temple for the child part. Like a recovery heart, I might as well get it so it's not there later. Shoot, I shouldn't have done that. Okay. I think there's a spot where I'll be able to get back up down here somewhere. Right here, potentially, yeah, okay, great. Okay, so I need to get the chicken so I can go ahead and come down here. It's just a heart piece over there, no big deal there. There is one grotto over here that I do want to check, so I will be doing that. And I know this guy over here is going to have something because I have the beans set to be random, I think, too. 60 items is a big risk, but let's go for it. That was absolutely waste. Garbage. Let's go ahead and see what the frogs have real quick, even though I can't do them yet. A recovery heart is the final prize, so that's worthless, although the rest of them probably won't be. Alright, so I can access one of the holes up here with my current inventory, which isn't a lot. Game's been sort of kind to me so far, but not completely. And this is a chest room, so it could be something good. Haunted Wasteland is required. That's great. I hate the Haunted Wasteland. Okay, 3 tokens. Not really helpful yet, because I don't know what the rewards are. And as you can see, there's a built-in item tracker, which is one of the reasons why I really like this PC port, because I don't have to manually do anything. It automatically updates. And again, 60 frames per second, and the mod support for the better graphics, among other things. Okay, so since I'm already out here, I might as well check the shops, even though I won't be able to buy anything because I spent all my money on that worthless rupee. Okay, but I can get in here. And there's a skeletal in here too. If my guy will roll, I press the wrong button. 20 rupees, not bad. I probably should have gotten rupees from the gate. No, there's too many small ones in here. I could do the gate instead. This is one of the tricks that I know. I don't even know if it's really considered a trick. But it does give me those extra rupees that I can use to buy stuff from the shops. Another one that I have enabled is auto completion of a lot of the mini games because I suck at a lot of them. And key items can usually be behind those, and that's more of a skill thing than anything else. Because those are completable without glitches. I just am no good at them. Okay, so he's got a hook shot, and he's got a shield too, so those are both really good buys. The hook shot probably is a better buy for 40 rupees. So let me do that. I'll be back for the shield though. Song of Storms, I can't even afford it. Ooh, a Deku shield, yes. I don't have anything to buy, anything else. So let's go check the Gossip Stones. I don't think I have the door enabled to be open. Or maybe I did. I'm not going to switch to adult yet, though, because there's still a lot of stuff I can do, even without a sword. Okay, so the door time is open, and it will tell me where the rubies are at. Okay, one of them is in Ganon's. My God, Ganon's castle. I already got the ruby, and then this other one is in Goron City. So, Goron City, I obviously can do as a child. Ganon's castle, not so much. But that's what makes these things fun. Is that there's a lot of stuff that you can do differently. And the one aspect I really like is not having to do dungeons right away, because that makes it play completely different. Oh, joy, Deku Nuts. Okay, so depending on what she gives me, because I do have that random. The token, that's worthless. That's not going to help me at all. So I've gotten a few things that are pretty good, but not really anything that's tied to any major progression. Because I can't really do the dungeons very well without a weapon. I mean, I can do them, but it will be a lot harder. So it's definitely not something I want to rush into until I have a weapon to be able to use on the enemies. And I can't pick up grass yet because I don't have the bracelet, so I have to try to roll into this tree. which might be a little difficult, but I'm going to try. Okay, so since we're here, we might as well see what these things unlock, since I keep getting them. Boomerang for 10, so 10 is a good reward. That's worthless. And we already know 100 is the heart container, so not really. Okay, so I need at least 30. So far, it looks like 30 is all I need. Okay, so 30. Anything beyond that is pointless, honestly. Okay. That was worthless. Check the grotto over here. Another thing I have enabled, I believe, is to be able to move the graves during the day. All of these are just time savers more than anything else, because it's all stuff that I could do without that. It saves time more than anything else. There isn't a lot that I'm really able to do with the graves right now anyway, so I probably won't check those out because I don't have a weapon. Okay, see, there. Just like I said, I'm not real great at some of this stuff. But I do know that I can do it because I've done it before. I just missed the jump. Okay, so the Master Sword is obviously not at the Temple of Time, which is good, which is expected, but disappointing nonetheless. Which that's going to make playing as adult a little more difficult too. But one trick that I have for the adult, at least temporarily, is if you buy an item from the big guy, not Bigaron, the smaller one, I don't remember what his name is, then there is the second thing that he sells is that giant's knife, and while it does break, it's still a weapon. So that's usually what I do until I get either Bigaron or I don't know why I'm here. I can't do anything. So there's really no point. But yeah, and then for the kid, you can just use the sticks. Although you run out of those pretty quick. So it's not a perfect solution. Like I only have 3 left now, and I'm about ready to use another one on this. Okay, that's going to be helpful in the future. I think there's one more Skulltula here. I don't have any bombs, so going to go. I can't even get through the gate anyways. I don't think I can get up the ladder. Yeah, I can't because I have the Skulltulas enabled, so I can't do that. Let's see if I can hit this thing. Probably not, because it takes 2 hits. So 10 and 30 are the good ones, so I will have it. can't go up the ladder because of that setting that I have enabled. So there's not really a lot left for me to do there, honestly. Is there one here? I don't think so. But I do have a setting enabled for the trees to drop sticks, which, I mean, if you think about it, really makes sense, honestly. Because trees are literally just big sticks. So that will be how I replenish my sticks and save money. I've got the lake, which I've already done. The Kokiri Forest, I've already basically searched. So the next thing is probably Long Long Ranch. So not really anything that I can use yet. I mean, the boomerang and the slingshot, I believe, are the two items that the spiders have are going to be really helpful when I get them. Because I can use both of those as weapons. There's a grotto here that I can do, and a spider over there. And then I could crawl through the hole. Another thing I have enabled is faster climbing and faster box moving. Again, really just as time savers more than anything else. Okay, I already have a shield, but that is good to know in case it burns. Piece of heart, I don't have enough, and it's not really helpful anyways. Bowl of fire, and he's giving it to me. That is amazing. So, again, these are all helpful things, but there isn't a lot that I'm able to do with them without something to play the songs on, so not horrible, but not great either until I find something to use. And I don't know how to do the bottle glitch. I know that it's really easy to do based on what I've seen, but I'm just trying not to use any glitches if I don't have to. Maybe a few, the ones that I'm able to do, but for the most part, not really a whole lot. And I also have the cows randomized too, so when I get that Ocarina, I can go around and play a bonus song and get rewards from the cows. A rupee, fantastic. Okay, yeah, it's pointless, but I'll just go ahead and get it since I'm already here. The rupee names are also randomized, which is honestly pretty funny. Okay, so I don't think there's anything else I can do here yet. The lack of weapons and the fact that I haven't brought her dad back really takes away several of the... There's one over there. I don't even think I could hit that if I wanted to, but I will be back for it. For those curious as to what controller I'm using, I've got an 8-bit Doe Pro controller, which these are really nice controllers. I really like using them. doesn't even look like anybody's watching. So I'll probably just share this around with people that I know. I doubt it'll take off, but I wanted to try it. So I know there's a spider up there, but I can't hit him yet. Okay, so that leaves that. Gerudo Valley, there's not really a whole lot I'm able to do there. I think there might be one thing that I can get. Unfortunately, it looks like I'm going to have to probably do the dungeon. So I guess I can switch over to Adult and see what he can get. But again, with Adult, I'm rarely defenseless. I have the hook shot, though, so I suppose I could use that. So that's probably what I'll do. Just because there's so many of the grottos that I'm not able to access without bombs. Which makes things a little bit more tricky. There is a few things that I can get here, though, so I think 2 with my current equipment. There's 2 things I'm able to get. Progressive is not upgrade, not bad. Okay, so I can do third, and I lost the fucking the chicken, and I missed the dive, so I can't do the other thing. So that's not great. Okay, so I guess the only other place I have to check is Lake Hylia, and then I can try to come back here and get the thing that's behind the water fountain and Zoro's Domain. So there's a few places left that I can check that might give me some good stuff. I'm probably going to have to switch to an adult if I want to avoid doing the dungeons, which I always really like to do, just to make things a little bit more challenging, because the dungeons have so many chests, but at the same time, the dungeons are tied to completion, so no, I do not want to move out of the way. I want to have fishing to it. I have a thing for fishing where any size fish will work, because honestly, everybody knows where the big fish is anyways, so just to save time. Okay, recovery heart for 65 is absolutely worthless. A blue rupee for 25? No. Or 20? Actually not. These are garbage. Okay, so all 3 of those are absolutely terrible. There's 100 tokens and I only need 30 of them. Worthless. Absolutely worthless. I think a rupee down there. That sucks. Might as well get it though. That was worthless. See, a lot. It's giving me a lot of crap. I'm guessing that a lot of stuff is probably either in the dungeons or locked behind adult locations. Okay, like I said, I do have the time saver enabled here, so all the fish are going to automatically be caught, and anything that I catch is going to be good enough, because it's really just a waste of time. Anyways, it's not part of the real gameplay loop. And that was worthless. Wasted 20 rupees. And I always forget to give him back the fishing rod. Probably not going to be able to afford anything in here. Let's look. Water Temple Boss Key. Yeah, so I can't afford any of this stuff anyways, but I will need to get that boss key. That's pointless. Okay, so that I think is basically everything that I'm able to do as a child, for the most part. I think there's one other thing I can do. I think I can do that thing behind Gerudo. Oh, the diving game. I forgot to do the diving game. I don't think I can though, because it's 20 rupees and I don't have 20 rupees. But I can get 20 rupees. I can do it now. Bear with me 1 second, guys. Hopefully this gives me something good, because there isn't very much left that I'm able to do as a child with the current equipment that I have. I mean, I can do two of the dungeons, but I really don't like to do those unless there's nothing left other than the dungeons. And as far as why the rupees are black, I'm not sure. I'm guessing it's just something with the texture pack that I'm using. It doesn't really make a lot of sense to me, honestly, but I'm really willing to put up with a few. Where's the last one? With a few minor visual quirks for the better textures, because the game just looks so much better like this. It's like it's night and day. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and showcase how much different this game looks. Let me go ahead and do that. So as you can see, this is what it looks like with the textures. This is what the model looks like. I can easily enable and disable these pretty quick. So you can see there's such a huge difference. Look at that. And that's, even this is 1080-60. So it still is a lot better than what it originally looked like. Originally it looks like this. See, it just gets really blurry, and it's just, I mean, I don't ever remember it looking like this, but obviously it did. We just don't remember. So, I mean, there's definitely a huge difference on graphics. Even if you're not using the mods, the difference is pretty significant. Because the frame rate, if nothing else, is just, it's a game changer, honestly. Like, the difference is night and day. I guess, is there anything I can do out there? No, I don't think so. I don't think I'm able to reach any of the sculptures. That was pointless. Okay. Honestly, though, which means, okay, that's great. So that means I can't beat the Forest Temple, which means that Greg obviously cannot be in the Forest Temple, because this game is logic, so the game should be beatable without any glitches. So that means that we know that the boss key for the Forest Temple is not, that Greg, which is required to cross the Rainbow Bridge, is not in the Forest Temple. Because if it was, that would mean the game would be unbeatable without glitches, because Ganon's tower has one of the rubies. I don't think there's anything out here that I'm able to get, but I am going to check. I'm pretty sure all this stuff is locked behind stuff that I can't get to with my current equipment. Yeah, I already knew that, so that's not helpful. Oh, I guess there was a spider out here. I had forgotten about that. That is completely worthless because it gives me one of the item quests, but potentially a bigger reward could be hidden behind those. So I haven't really gotten anything very good yet. The best thing that I got was the hook shot, and I can't even use that as a kid, so I had to switch over to being an adult. I've got one other place, at least off the top of my head, that I can think of, or two, I guess, because there is a hole outside of the Zora thing that's already open, and then I believe there's something behind the waterfall that I might be able to get to. But other than that, I'm going to have to switch. Unless I want to do the dungeons, which I don't want to do. I don't want to do the dungeons unless absolutely necessary to be able to complete the game. As few dungeons as possible. Just because it changes the overall experience. See, he climbs so much faster. It's amazing. Normally, I get a lot better items than what I'm getting now, but I think that's because of some of the settings that I picked. Make it a little bit more difficult. Okay, so this is a skull to a chest, so it's pointless. I guess one more and I get something. So, I mean, technically, if I could get some more rupees, I probably could buy the 10th token, and that would unlock the thing. Or maybe I'll get lucky at Gerudo and it'll be there, but other than that, I'm going to switch because I'm not going to rupee hunt. It's not. I'll have enough and I can switch back, so it's not a huge deal. I think another thing I have enabled, which I can't use, obviously, is the time travel, which basically if I have the Song of Time, which I don't, I can play it and it'll switch me back and forth just to save time. And I will not be using it to get to places that I normally would not be able to get. It's only going to be used to save time, not to cheat the system. And I'm hoping that I don't have to look at the spoiler log too, because I don't like to do that. I hope I remember how to do this, because I only recently learned about this myself. So I don't know if I'm going to get it right. If I don't, then I will. I think it's just behind there with a ladder. I'm pretty sure. Oh no, wait, there it is. I see it. Oh, I guess it is a ladder. Goron bracelet. Oh my god, that is amazing. Because that means that I can get through the Lost Woods, which opens up a bunch of new stuff. So that's huge. And that means that I don't have to switch yet. And see, had I not known about that, I might not have ever unlocked that. I mean, I would have because of the progressive nature, but that would mean that I wouldn't get the gold gauntlets, which is required for a few things at the end of the game. That does allow me to do this, but I'm not going to. Not for every single one. That's ridiculous. I'm not going to do that. If I had an Ocarina, I'd be able to get around so much faster because I've got 2 of the warp songs. I guess really only one of them is viable as a child right now, though. It just sucks not having a weapon because that's my biggest reason right now to not want to do the dungeons is that I've got limited sticks, and then once I run out of those, unless I can get more, which I won't be able to do while I'm in the dungeons, besides Deku Tree, is going to make it a lot harder to do them. And I don't really want to have to go back and forth if I don't have to. Although the Goron bracelet does open up Goron City for me, so that... And I think it might already be open because I had the gate set. I don't remember whether I had that setting enabled. Let me go ahead and check real quick. Okay, so I already had the gate open, so I could have gone in there anyways, but with the bracelet, it's going to make things a lot easier. So I'm actually really glad that I waited. Because there's a lot of stuff I wouldn't even be able to get to without the bracelet. Since the gate is open, I can do this and get something. Okay, so there's number 10. So that will help me get either the boomerang or the slingshot. I can't remember which one. Which either of those is going to open up quite a bit of stuff. Well, the boomerang is probably more helpful, honestly, than the slingshot. Because the slingshot really only is going to be able to get me stuff, but it's not going to allow me to get the stuff. I mean, it's a weapon. Oh, great. Yeah, I forgot I can't break the rocks because they're on the other side. That means I still have to go anyways. Okay. That was a waste of time to come back here. Although, with the bracelets now, there's a few things that I can do, even with the gates open. I wish there was a way for me to make myself faster before I got the bunny head. Just to save time. I'm play for about another hour, and then I'm gonna go ahead and stop. The way those guys run is so stupid. It's funny, honestly. I don't know if I can reach this with the bomb flower. Really? That is such crap. to reach. I don't think I'm going to be able to, though. No way. This. Probably de-equip this shield just in case. Right, that's pointless. Don't think there's any way to stop him. Here. Without bombs. There's not. Okay, so that's not gonna help me. Shoot. Hold on a second, I have an idea. I could probably make that. Yes. So not really anything. I'm gonna go ahead and stop here though, because there isn't really anything left for me to do as a kid. So go ahead and save. I'm gonna go ahead and toggle full screen. Ending the stream.